if you can guess by the sound of the seagulls, but actually we're near the sea. We live in Cornwall now, Newlyn in Cornwall. And yes, that was Lottie's country kitchen, but this is Lottie's Cornish kitchen. And no way are we Cornish, no shadow of a doubt, but we live in Cornwall. So this is a kitchen, it's in Cornwall, and I'm Lottie. So there we go, and we are going to make cream tea. These are going to be really scrumptious because I'm using some lovely dried raspberries. And this is Irish Sisters rose and raspberry cordial. So we're going to put a little bit of that in. Picked this up in Northern Ireland a couple of weeks ago when we were doing the food festival over there. These are so simple to make, and quick. And that's kind of the idea about scones, is you just want to throw this mixture together very quickly, pat it and shove it into the oven. So in here I've got about a pound or 450 grams of self-raising flour, and I'm going to add to that a couple of teaspoons of baking powder. Okay. Now I don't do gluten anymore, so I'm making these entirely for you, John. So I'm going to stir that in. Now here is the butter that I did make. We need about 4 ounces of that. Now I don't know, when we moved here, we put a lot of stuff in boxes, including weighing scales, and they're in the cupboard in there, which we haven't unpacked yet, because obviously the kitchen's just been done, it's half done. And so I don't actually know how much I'm weighing here, but approximately that'll do. So the whole idea is you make your own butter, and the buttermilk that comes off this butter, you use as well to mix the scones together, to bind them together, and then you have this beautiful sort of full circle of butter, buttermilk and scones. And of course, because we're in Cornwall, we're going to have to do jam first, obviously, goes without saying, and then I'm going to cover it in some Cornish glossy cream, some fresh raspberries, a little bit more of the cordial, and Mr. Hackett is going to eat it. So just rubbing the butter into the self-raising flour. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of caster sugar. 1, 2, 3. They get stirred in. And then these are dried raspberries, and they have a really intense flavour. So I'm just sort of going to crumble them up in my fingers and scatter them through. These are great when you put them into flapjacks as well. They're really lovely. And they still have that lovely bit of tang. So you've got that fruity tang going in here. A little bit of this cordial. Now I'm going to try a little bit of this. I want to describe it to you. Lovely, intense raspberry. Oh, with a touch of rose. Now, not too much rose. I think it's very well balanced. Because what you don't want to have is the rose as the first hit. You want the raspberry as the first hit. And that really does achieve it. Gorgeous stuff. Oh, lovely. Fizzy water. Nice drink. So now I'm going to add the buttermilk. This is the milk that came off the butter process when I was making the butter. So we stir it in. Now you're going to ask me how much we need. Can't remember off the top of my head, don't have my glasses on, recipes down there, but basically the amount that comes off when you make this from 1 pint of cream, make the butter from 1 pint of cream, is actually enough to bind the scones together. I don't want to make this too wet, and the way to do this now is to literally, these are just going to be bound together, very like this, quite loose, and then I'm going to pat it out and cut them very quickly and put them into the oven. So just got a little circle. I'm going to cut, and one little baby one. So we got, how many have we got here? 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, and a baby. There we go. Right, draw your attention to my oven. I'm in love with this oven. It's quite a big oven. It's only got one oven, but that oven is 90 centimetres, okay? So this is the size of the oven, okay? And with this oven came a very big baking sheet. Now, again, because we've moved and we haven't unpacked half the kitchen, I have no idea where my baking sheets are, so I'm going with this one today. I'm just going to pop these on. Then I'm going to grab a bit more of that buttermilk. I'm going to use my fingers because I can't find my pastry brush, but it'll be fine. This will do. A bit of that on top. And then these little babies are going to go into the oven. There we go. So you requested butter, then jam. Jam first. It's okay, it's the cream that comes second. So I'm going to just blob some jam on. There's nothing like, you know, lots. Then Cornish clotted cream on top. Okay, spread that around a little bit. A few of these, just to add a little bit of prettiness. And then lid on. Oh, I got it on upside down. Look at me. What am I like? There we go. It's that way around. Oh no! That means, no, you're going to have to eat it that way, sweetheart. You're going to have to eat it upside down because it's jam first. If I flip it over, that's cream first and I'll be in so much trouble. So you have to eat it upside down, okay? That's my fault because I'm just, you know, a bit silly. Are you ready? Right. Go on, Mr. Hackett. The whole lot. The whole lot. I mean, I'm so sorry it's upside down. You've just got to imagine that it isn't. Pick it up and shove it in. Just shove it in. How is it? Yeah? Oh, fantastic.